Hey there, and welcome back to lesson number 2. This is for people who want to become licensed teachers in the state of Florida who need to pass their Florida Teacher Certification exam. Specifically, we're talking about the professional education test. Like I mentioned at the top, this is lesson number 2. Make sure that you have watched lesson number 1 plus the overview. All right, now in this lesson, what is going to be covered is competency number 7, which states knowledge of research-based practices appropriate for teaching English language learners, or ELLs. Now, what we want to do is we are going to go to teacherpreps.com. We've already enrolled, so we're going to click the login button, and we are going to be presented with all of the test prep that we have. What you want to do is click the professional education test. That's the exam that you are studying for. Scroll all the way down to our quick links that present you with easy to learn, understand, and practice lessons. And in this video, we're going to be covering the Teaching English Language Learners. So let's click that link. And we're going to be presented with a video right at the top. And I'm going to show this to you right after this quick introduction. But just remember that after you look at the overview, these are the specific vocabulary terms that you are going to want to be totally prepared for on exam day, so that when you look at Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, dual language programs, formative assessments, you remember the difference between a formative assessment, a summative assessment, and you are not thinking, oh, what's the difference on test day? You just already have studied, you're prepared, and you know. Now, again, we have all of the terms, their definitions right next to each other, and then the study guide. And for this particular lesson, you are going to want to study the actual stages of language acquisition, which are all presented right here in the study guide. But just remember that at the bottom of our study guides, we have ways that you can practice your understanding of the video that you just watched. So if you read this first one right here, individuals requiring special education services due to disability or giftedness, and you're thinking, I forget, what is that? What you can do is you can just check this from the top portion that has the answers right up at the top, and then go scroll back down, and then you can say, okay, now I am ready to check this. And so we put the answer in right here, and after you have filled in all of these blanks, or at any time, you can click the submit button, and if the answer is incorrect, you need to study again. But if it turns green, well, you know that term. Again, and remember, if you have to take a standardized exam, there's no better way to prepare than to take practice tests, as many as you can. So after you watch this video, make sure that you review the terms, definitions, study guide, take the practice test. Without further ado, let's watch the Teaching English Language Learners video, and then I'll see you in lesson number 3.
English Learners, Literacy Development. Welcome to the essential guide for supporting English learners in literacy development at the elementary level. This chapter is designed to help you effectively address the diverse needs of ELs, integrating systematic language instruction, culturally responsive teaching, and tailored strategies to prepare you for your teacher certification exam. Systematic language instruction. Understanding how to implement systematic language instruction based on both formal and informal assessment outcomes is crucial. Here's what you need to focus on. Key concepts. Systematic instruction. Employ a structured and sequential approach to teaching English language learners, ensuring consistency and clarity in your lessons. Tailored instruction. Adapt teaching methods and materials to meet the unique needs and backgrounds of each student, informed by ongoing assessments. Assessment outcomes. Formal assessments. Utilize standardized tests and quizzes that are culturally and linguistically appropriate to gather quantitative data on student learning. Informal assessments. Employ observations, student interactions, and ungraded assignments to gain qualitative insights into students' language development, crucial for daily instructional adjustments. Implementation strategies. Student profiles. Maintain detailed records of each student's language skills, learning preferences, and cultural background. Interest-based activities. Engage students by incorporating their interests into language tasks, enhancing motivation and relevance. Culturally responsive teaching. Integrate diverse cultural content into lessons to make learning more relevant and inclusive. Differentiation. Adjust lessons and assessments to accommodate different language levels and learning needs, using strategies like group work and scaffolding. Feedback. Provide clear, constructive, and positive feedback, encouraging self-assessment to help students recognize their progress. Differentiated instruction for language development. Differentiating instruction is key to meeting the varied needs of ELs. Here are effective strategies. Leverage first language knowledge. Utilize cognates and skills transferable from the student's first language to English, such as connecting artist in English with artista in Spanish. Address language differences. Be mindful of structural differences between English and the student's native languages, such as print directionality differences between English and languages like Arabic or Hebrew. Emphasize vocabulary. Provide intensive vocabulary instruction, focusing on key English words more extensively than with native speakers. Use visuals for vocabulary. Enhance vocabulary lessons with concrete objects, pictures, charts, and diagrams to support understanding. Model tasks. Explicitly demonstrate tasks clearly and slowly, ensuring that instructions are accessible and comprehensible to ELs. Cultural competency in teaching. Cultural competency is vital for creating an inclusive and effective learning environment. Here's how to integrate cultural awareness into your teaching. Understand diversity. Recognize and value the diverse cultures, languages, and backgrounds that students bring to the classroom. Incorporate cultural references. Use literature, examples, and content that reflect the cultures of your students to enhance relevance and engagement. Promote cultural identity. Encourage students to share their cultural experiences and perspectives, fostering an environment of mutual respect and understanding. Adapt teaching methods. Tailor your instructional strategies to align with the learning styles and cultural norms of different student groups, ensuring that all students feel supported and valued. By mastering these strategies, you will be well prepared for your teacher certification exam, but also equipped to provide a supportive, effective, and inclusive learning environment for English learners. Check your readiness for test day by visiting teacherpreps.com to complete the interactive study guides and practice tests.